start with questions in English, then go to Spanish. Doug, would you like to lead us off, please?
I do.
Hey, Frank. You said before the Monterey game, I'm paraphrasing, that it really doesn't matter how much possession the team has if it's not creating chances. Y'all had 71% of the possession tonight, but only 2 chances created, according to the MLS stats. Was it more what Philadelphia was doing or what y'all weren't doing tonight?
Now, in the beginning, I think we were finding some problems, to really find our free man, and because I think Philly was very good organized, we couldn't get our man in the midfield free. So the first 30 minutes, wasn't the type of play that we wanted to see. After that, I think when we went to 4-4-2, we getting more into the game, and directly I think after we did that, I think Joseph Martinez, had a big chance to when he hit the crossbar, and so it was a little bit finding the spaces where we could, and of course, they let us, the last 3 center backs had the ball, and then you don't create nothing. And so I think after those 30 minutes, we're getting better in the game, and we also created more chances or threats. It doesn't have to always admit that you have to have a 100% chance to. But also for me, opportunities to get it in 100% chance is for me also a chance, and we did it much better the second half. So I think we were a little bit unfortunately that we conceded that sloppy goal against us, because I had really the feeling that they were getting tired, more tired than us, and I already said to my team after this game, so. I have to give you a compliment that you still, straightened your back and try to push forward, because they didn't play those 4 extra games, during this period. And so every 3 or 4 days we have had a game, and, and then you see that we just missing that little bit freshness, to make the difference, to get that pass to the right man or at the right speed and everything, or that first control. So we make still too many errors when it's not necessary, in my point of view, and I think that's the reason. I think mostly is because the freshness that we're missing right now. So hopefully after this international period, we can see a fresh United. Of course, one of our major players gonna play abroad, but still, I think we're gonna see a fresh Atlanta United, and with better choices on the ball. And so 1-1 is a very disappointed result for everybody who loves Atlanta United, but still they can also be proud, for the team who. Straight in the back, also when they were 1-0 down, and try to force at the end, the winning goal. And again, it's not easy when you play that much games and you're tired. The players are really, really tired right now, so they deserve 2 days off, I think.
Eric and Felipe. Eric, you're on the right.
Despite players being tired, are you seeing progress? And is Pitti in a bad run of form right now, or is he still getting used to his new his?
Of
his
course,
role
you have to get you, and he knows also it wasn't his best game. Everybody can see that, and he can play much better, and he has to play much better. But it's also he has to adapt and everything, a new culture. New circumstances, the turf, is also something he never played almost. In Argentina they always play on grass, so all those aspects, make it quite difficult, to start normally as well if you want, But we know everybody is a fantastic quality player and a fantastic person, so we have to have patience with him.
Coach. You've said that you wanted Nagbe and Remedi to get more touches.
Yeah.
When that breaks down like tonight, who needs to step up and really create chances in the midfield? Be that kind of like number 10, the midfield creator. in the absence of two central midfielders that are meant to do that.
Yeah, that's why we changed a little bit the system after 30 minutes to get PT Gonzalo Martinez more on the ball around Joseph, and so that you want with those guys. And normally Eric and Darlington are the players, especially in the midfield, who can handle, the ball with when they are under pressure. Especially Darlington is one of the best, I think, in this MLS. So that you want from those guys to, with one turn or one control, that they outplay some players. And sometimes you saw that, but we have to do that more. But again, teams are very good organized, and they want you to fall in that trap, to play in the middle. You saw, I think the last 10 minutes, we played 2 times. We played in between, try to find Joseph or Gonzalo with a hard ball over the ground, and they are waiting for that. And 2 times we get a counter attack, and one was a very good save of Brett. So we have to recognize when we have to play those balls, or if you do it from the start, they are organized. But when you play from right to left and then the right moment, that we have to I think do better. Not really the first ball in, because then they are organized and they are waiting for that, and they show that every time they have runners. But it's still, if I see how our defenders did it, they did a great job. Also, Leandro Gonzalo Pires did a fantastic job. Miles Robertson was excellent again, so there are also very good positive things, and so again, I think if we are fresh, then we're going to see a different United.
Doug, then Sydney.
Yeah, Coach, if you could explain what you wanted to see out of the Diamond midfield tonight, and as something else that you had said before Monterey is you didn't want to change formations unless you had about a week to work on it, because you felt it would be kind of a panic thing. So I was curious about the change tonight from what y'all had been using the previous few weeks.
Yeah, because against normally this kind of system, the ideal system for me, is 3-4-3, because then everybody on the midfield has his own man, and you have the 3 in the back who plays against 2, and the 3 up front plays against 4. So we have 1 spare man left in the back, and there's 1 spare man left in the back. So for me, it's just simple. So when we have 1 spare man left in the back, we have always find our free man. And in the training went very well. But, of course, they are very good organized, and they are already playing a lot of times together. So they do it better, of course, than, the training team, who really don't, that you try to create the same, but you always know that it's not the same. But I still believe, against this kind of system, when you play 3-4-3, you can do a lot of harm against the opponent. But then you have to be not sloppy with the ball, because then it's a really dangerous system. But I still believed it, and afterwards, because we couldn't find our free man really, we changed it to 4-4-2, and from that moment on, we had more control. We created more, not the 100% chances that we, of course, wanted, but still, they had 1 shot, a really good chance, or maybe 1.5 chance in the second half. And in the first 30 minutes, they were always danger. There was always danger. You had that feeling, hey, we don't really get where we want it. They always get around our area. So again, we changed it, and they picked it up very well.
Sydney, then Chris.
You mentioned Miles Robinson, and his performance tonight really carries over from Wednesday. In the time that you've been with the team since January, what growth have you seen from him?
Yeah, well, he's training and playing and showing this form from the start, and he's unbelievable athlete, and he's just a normal guy who just want to play football and work hard, and yeah, and you know when you play against this kind of opponents or in tournaments like the Champions League, yeah, you see those players growing because they're playing against very tough opponents, and for him it's a great experience. And you know we have to treasure that he's now playing on this high level because he's still young, and hopefully he don't fall back. But that's normal when you're young, you know, to still be on that level every time. But until now, he's doing a fantastic job for the team, for himself, for Atlanta United. So hopefully he can continue. And right now, yeah, I don't know where his his ceiling is, but right now he's really fantastic.
Chris, then Doug.
Frank, what did you think of Tito's performance tonight and his effect on the game?
No, I think he brings some other dimension into the team. Especially some depth into the team with his runnings and also his unpredictable actions sometimes. And I think he did well. He was and also very good in discipline. To play in the midfield when he had to. And so I already said I gave him a good compliment. Of course, we want to be more decisive for the team, but still. I think he did quite well.
Last one in English, Doug.
Y'all are going to be missing, I think, 5 or 6 first-team players over the break.
Yeah.
And most of those are on offense. How difficult is it going to be for you to kind of fine-tune the things that you need to get done before the next game?
Yeah, but that's always hard, for every coach from a team, club point of view. It's because you want really those 2 weeks, to get, your system in or what kind of things you want to discuss with your players. And then you have them only 3 days again. They're coming back probably on Wednesday or Thursday. And then on Sunday or on Saturday we travel to Columbus. So that's quite hard, of course. We have to accept it, but with the other, 16 players, we can really do something good, and also, get those trainings, exercises. I think what we still are missing, those 1 against 1, 2 against 2, 3 against 3, to get really that sharpness, that freshness into the team. So. Besides, of course, how you want to play, of course. So, but I think the main thing is, to get our freshness back, and it also starts with, with the playing 2 against 2, 3 against 3, and because we couldn't do that in the preseason because you have 5 weeks of preseason, and then the whole cyclus started with all those games.
That's it for English. We're going to go into Spanish. Locker room is open if you want players. Juan Carlos, please start us off.
Thanks, Doug.
Start with questions in English, then go to Spanish. Doug, would you like to lead us off, please?
Doug.
Hey, Frank. You said before
Just talk about legs, I guess. In a lot of games, you're 7th or 3rd. What does that play in a game like tonight?
What do you mean?
Just on, you guys have played a lot of soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Versus them, is the tired legs coming into effect a little bit?
Yeah, I think you could see that in the last 10, 15 minutes, where we didn't, we're as high up on the field and didn't really put that much pressure on them to really go for that win, and then I think that tired legs definitely come into play then. We've played a lot of games, but I think we still, deserve to win the game, where we had a few more chances to put away and could have obviously created a lot more, but it's just a tough night and tough result.
How big do you think this international break will be to you and your health personally?
It'd be quite big, to be honest with you. I have a few knocks here and there. Obviously, the ankle is not 100% yet, but it's a good time now for 2 weeks to get healthy, get fresh again. I think all of us need it. Some guys are obviously traveling, and all the best to them. But for us and for me, it'd be some good time off.
Julian, Frank told us before the second Monterey game that we can't change the system within a week. That'd be a desperation. With the fact that you guys did those changes tonight, is it a desperation right now that we should create some offense?
No, we just try to play the game. I think ultimately we want to win the game, and if he we were in the game better with the system that we then had in the second half with the 4 in the back, and you know, and that way it doesn't really. It's not really like a fundamental change, you know. You kind of just change it on the fly, and you put the players you think in the best positions possible, and then try and go for the win. You know, ultimately that's what matters.
Do you feel like that this team has, in the last 2 matches, grown a little bit of confidence, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. You know, obviously would have liked to start this break off with a win and go into this whole thing with 3 points and ultimately 4 in MLS. But yeah, you know, I think we played a good game against Monterrey. You know, got a deserved victory there, and then tonight, unfortunately, the result wasn't there. But I think, you know, our energy was good, and you know, we tried to obviously be on top of them and make them defend a lot. Obviously, had a lot of possession. You know, obviously would have liked to create a lot more chances and really put a lot of pressure on them. But yeah, like I said, we'll be very happy to head in those 2 weeks now and then get fresh and then get going again.
So now just overall impressions of the 1-1 tie. Is it disappointment? Is it take a positive scoring that goal in the second half? What do you take from this performance?
I mean, obviously you want to win playing at home, you know, and I think we're a team that can beat Philly Union at home, but obviously getting that tying goal is crucial because we never want to lose at home. So yeah.
Look like there are multiple formation changes, and Frank talked about that as well. How do you handle that as a defenseman, having different partners, different spots on the field, just throughout the contest?
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta, you know, adapt to it, adapt to the game, adapt to the position you're playing on the field, and just get through it.
You were playing sweeper role and multiple times were able to prevent the offense from scoring, excluding that empty netter. Just what were you thinking, especially that one where it was only you and the back of the net preventing that goal?
Yeah, I thought it was offsides, honestly. I'm not sure. But yeah, I had to, you know, make a V-line straight to the goal and try to get it out, and I did, so yeah.
You've gotten so much playing time now, and now you've set yourself as a starter. Just what does this feel like for you right now, earning this defensive starting spot and securing it?
I mean, I'm just trying to go out there, play hard every day, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm happy I'm still on the field. So.
The national team is expected to release a roster sheet for, I think, a U23 camp. Are you hoping maybe you've kind of caught some eyeballs?
Yeah, I'm always, you know, hoping people are watching, and yeah, obviously it's a great roster they have in under 23s, so we'll see.
Miles, we might have got to ask something similar, but the second straight draw at home, just what's your reaction and the dressing room reaction to that?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to try to win at home, but unfortunately we had the tie, but it was good coming from behind, so yeah.
Well, with the strong grit and core on this defense, any particular plays you've leaned on as far as your development is concerned?
I mean, obviously there's veterans all around me, and it obviously helps. You know, learning from them and them teaching me along the way, and they have been doing that the past 2 years, so it's my time to, you know, show what I have.
All right, thank you, Miles.
Cool. Thanks, Miles.
So now just overall impressions of the 1-1 tie. Is it disappointment? Is it take a positive scoring that goal in the second half? What do you take from this performance?
I mean, obviously you want to win playing at home, you know, and I think we're a team that can beat Philly Union at home, but obviously getting that tying goal is crucial because we never want to lose at home. So yeah.
Look like there are multiple formation changes, and Frank talked about that as well. How do you handle that?